Hey guys, what's up? It's me. As opposed to what, I guess. No glasses today, sunglasses should I say, because I'm tired. And I was like, whatever, I'll just use my glasses. Anyway, it's been a weird week, so to speak. I've had no running water in my apartment since Tuesday afternoon. Isn't that great? I just texted my landlord saying, hey, what's going on? Because I think it's a little bit weird. He hasn't replied back. I did send it at 6 in the morning, so I'll wait. But I have the slight suspicion that he hasn't paid the water bill. Because at the apartment, he includes water in the rent, and I pay the power bill on my own. The electric bill, whatever you want to call it. And I get the feeling he hasn't paid it, or something's going on. And as you might imagine, I'm a little bit miserable because of it. I had the grace, the luck, the whatever you want to call it, to be able to shower at my partner dude's apartment for a couple days. Yesterday I had no such luck. He didn't pick up when I called because it was late and I was sweaty and I couldn't take it anymore. I guess I'll just have to buy some gallons of water and make do. Kind of sucks though, because I have a long weekend ahead and it would be nice to have water so I can use my toilet and shower. God, Jesus, hate being a goddamn adult sometimes. Most people do, but you know, there are just some days. So like, I guess this is my cue to probably start apartment hunting. I've been procrastinating on that for a while. I don't know. I can't afford that right now though, because I need to at least save for a deposit. Even if I'm getting the deposit on my place back, I need to save for the deposit plus 1 month's rent. I don't have the money. Yes, I had credit for my MacBook, but I don't have money, cash, for an apartment. And I'd rather not go for an apartment that doesn't require a deposit, because story time. I finally thought of a story to tell you guys. So this was me 6 years ago. I was graduating, and I just graduated. No, I was going to graduate from college. At the time, I had 2 jobs because what are you gonna do? I need money. And my family lived about 2 hours away from the city. So the thing is, like, it doesn't make sense unless you live in a small place or a small country, state, what have you. But 2 hours between places for commuting for jobs is like not a nice idea here in the island. So I was like, well, I can't quit my jobs, and job opportunities where my parents live aren't great, so let me just see what I can do. I asked my dad, hey, graduation present, help me with an apartment. So I scrambled and I found a place about 20 minutes outside the metro area. Didn't require a deposit and it was $300 a month rent. I'm like, sweet, let's check it out. All right, first sign that this wasn't going to be a good idea. The landlord opened literally like 3 gates just to get to where the apartments were inside the weird house complex that he had turned into apartments. And I'm like, I admire security, but this is probably a little too much. Then he leads me to the apartment in question. It's like we'll have to walk up some stairs. There's some doors. He opens the doors and I look down and I realize that the walls are cement and the ceiling is wood or zinc. And he's like, oh, this used to be a pool. No big deal. I just turned it into an apartment. And in my mind, I'm like, what? And he basically, imagine like a pool here. He basically built something on top with some stairs to go down, and down here would be the apartment, and up here was like a little kitchen and like a little bathroom. But I was a little bit desperate, so to speak, because I needed a place and I didn't want my dad to pay a lot of money up front. So I said, you know what, fine, $300 in rent, no deposit up front, we're good to go. So that was probably one of the worst decisions I've made in my adult life, among the many, many decisions I've made. And, So I stayed in the apartment for about 5 months. Things that went wrong. Number one, the roof leaked. Number two, that was a problem because it rained every day where I live because we're about 2 minutes from the beach. Number three, I didn't actually have a bed. I had a futon. First I had an air mattress, then I had a futon. And there was no place I could stay in my apartment without the water leaking all over me. I had to literally huddle up in a corner. It was awful. Number four, one night I get back and wouldn't you know it, I found a rat in my cupboards. Ah! So I scrambled, somehow got about $700 worth of money within 3 weeks, and I left and found another apartment. So lesson learned, if your landlord is a crazy nutbag and tries to rent you an apartment that used to be a pool, don't rent it, no matter how cheap it is. Is it $100? Who cares? Don't do it. Oh, the other thing that was wrong, he added like a fourth gate, and each of those gates had like a different key. I had to press a different button, and I'm just like, dude, like, security is great, but you're overdoing it. It makes me feel like I can't even get in my goddamn apartment. What the fuck? So that leads me to right now where I'm thinking I should look for a new apartment. I can't afford one right now, and I don't know. Sucks. What are you gonna do? That is now a new preoccupation in my head. Hooray. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Gotta get to work. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.